Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you, another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, indeed, folks, sampler review series V's I've been doing for a little while now. I'll go over there, try out food and drink items. I eat stuff, I drink stuff, then, folks, I'm going to talk about stuff. I'm going to let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff that time I'm doing this, folks, I'm not going to lie. Two burger reviews in a row, you better believe it. But we'll get to that. Folks, it's super simple format. I'm going to go over there and I'm going to try out food and or drink items for you. Whilst I'm doing so, I'm going to yammer on about it for a bit. Whilst I'm doing all that, I'm inside my truck. And whilst I'm doing all that, I'm wearing a super cool shirt. Folks, when I wear super cool shirts, I always like to highlight the super cool shirt. What super cool shirt am I wearing for you today, folks? Well, it happens to be my Nerve Pitch shirt. Which, if you are unfamiliar with the band Nerve Pitch, they were a relatively obscure, short-lived nu metal band out of Canada back in the early 2000s. From doing the digging that I've done, it seems like they kind of started coming near the tail end of the nu metal era. They had some success locally. They put out an EP, they put out an album, but they just couldn't kind of get over that next hurdle, and, they decided to call it. But what was really cool was that, some of their music was available online, but there were a couple songs that were actually missing from their album, just wasn't available online. So over the course of literally years in contacting the remaining members and trying to, work this whole thing out, in 2023, out of almost nowhere, one of the members went over there and uploaded the entire album online. It is free to download. It's also just on YouTube and stuff like that. I kind of found out about them through that, and I just thought that was super cool. So I really enjoyed their stuff. I got this shirt commission. It's really neat. Speaking of really neat stuff, real quick, this bracelet that I've got here on my arm, this was done by a friend of mine named China McCoy, who is an actor, stuntman, comic book creator, fight choreographer, like super fucking cool guy. Look up the guy's credits. He's super awesome. But he makes these. And if you happen to be interested, and I don't get anything out of this other than just trying to help him out, let me know. Hit me up in the comments. I will send you a link to the Instagram profile that this goes with, and just in case you're interested. But anyway, what am I trying for you today, folks? Well, like I said, I did just get through reviewing a burger. I reviewed a standard cheeseburger from a place called Hamburgerseria. I'm gonna go with that, which is in Joliet, Illinois, and I knew I wanted to get this one because, folks, I'm reviewing, and boy, is this going to be sloppy. Boom! It's this! This is their Italian burger, which consists of, it's a quarter-pound beef patty. You can get it quarter-pound or half-pound. Their Italian burger consists of fresh mozzarella, roasted red pepper, and marinara sauce. That just sounds super good to me. So I knew I wanted to get this one. I also got it medium rare, in terms of the temperature and everything like that. We'll see. It's been sitting for a little bit, so I'm not expecting it to be exactly where it's supposed to be. But also, because this is a burger review, it's going to end up on my Burgers for Days playlist, which is a playlist of just burger reviews. It's also going to end up on my Eating Out Illinois playlist, which is a playlist for just local Illinois spots. Let's go ahead, eat this burger, and hopefully not get it all over myself in the process. That might be hard. Ooh. Thick mozzarella. Like, I was expecting just a little, just a little layer of mozzarella cheese, but no. You can tell that it's fresh mozzarella because it's like it's, got some added girth to it. So, the thing with this particular burger was that it was going to have to hinge on a few things. One is the burger. Burger itself needs to work. Burger is good. In the cheeseburger review, I mentioned the fact that I enjoy the patties that they put together. They seem to have a nice personality to them. They're cooked well. I have nothing against their burgers. But with obviously the stuff, it's not that complicated of a burger, but that means that you have to go over there and make sure you get everything right. One of the main things you have to get right is the marinara sauce, because you want it to hopefully complement the burger instead of completely taking over. and just needs to be good in general. As far as their marinara is concerned, that's a good marinara. I mean, I'm not fucking specialist on Italian food or anything, but it's nice. You know, you can taste the tomato in it. It's got like some actual little tomato chunks in there, which is a good sign for me. It's not just red sauce. You know, like sometimes, like I've had shitty marinara sauce where it was like basically just some shit they colored red. That's not the case. You can tell that this is like actually some solid marinara sauce. It's not like just some, shit that they got out of a can. It's good. I think the marinara is nice. I think the mozzarella is really nice. And kind of the crux for me of this, thing that made me the most excited, if I'm honest, let's see if I can get one off of here, were the roasted red peppers. Because roasted red peppers are just phenomenally delicious. And that's a good roasted red pepper. It's nice, it's thick, it's super flavorful. Roasting it just amplifies that flavor so much more so. I mean, this is just a good burger. Pretty much all the flavors at play work here. And kind of what ends up happening is it almost becomes like a meatball sub. Because you've got the burger, you've got the marinara, you've got the mozzarella. Yeah, it kind of just plays out in a very similar way. Obviously, the burger is going to taste a little bit different than a meatball sub, but the burger still comes through. It's still flavorful. I think the roasted red peppers are a really nice touch. I like those a lot. I mean, there's just nothing to dislike about this. Again, it's fundamentally not that crazy of a burger when you break it down. That's just a good time. I like it. I also realized I didn't go over there and get a thing for the thing, so that is what it is. I'll just have to figure that out. But anyway, two questions have to be asked. Would I get it again? Would I recommend it? Now, whereas the other review I did of the classic cheeseburger, pretty straightforward, because, it's cheeseburger. It's either good or it's not. In this case, it is a little bit more of a thing, because, yeah, it needs to be good, but is it good enough that I'm going to go out of my way, because it is like a specialty burger, basically. And I think for myself, I'm going to go with yes and yes. I think it's tasty. I think, again, like all the flavors work. It's just executing them well and making sure that, everything is done properly. And I think they did that. I think they nailed it. It's not a burger that I would consider to be, like, in my upper stratosphere of burgers, if I'm being entirely honest. But it doesn't have to be. Trust me, my upper stratosphere is way different than most people's with all the burgers I've had in my life. It's a really good burger that's super tasty. It's got familiar flavors that are all executed really well, and I think it just works really nicely. If I'm going over there and recommending it, like I said, I think I am, because, whereas for me, I often like crazier burgers. I like stuff that's going to throw me a bit. I do appreciate simpler burgers. I do appreciate ones that are, just focusing on the one thing, and that's what this is. And I think for a lot of people, if you're not maybe as adventurous as I am with this stuff, this is honestly a burger you could easily get on board with. There's nothing crazy about it fundamentally. Like I said, it's got a little bit of a meatball sub thing going on. It's just good. It's just fundamentally a good burger. I think between it and the classic cheeseburger, I think I would probably get the cheeseburger again before I got this one again. I think I would try some of their other specialty burgers before I rounded back to this one. But I think it's a really good entry. So, there's nothing I dislike about it. But anyway, 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of your week, monumental rest of the month, stupendous rest of your folks. Go over there, have yourselves a truly just burger-tastic rest of your life. I mean, that's all there is to it, Burgers are good. They make my day happy. Final 2 things. Number 1, try to bring some positivity in your world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But what you do if you can't do it all the time, I know I can't do it all the time. Here's what you do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. Folks, it's not always the easiest thing in the world to not be an asshole. Trust me. I know it. I live it. I'm out there every day with you in it. Life can be really stressful and frustrating and just bullshit sometimes, folks. And when we find ourselves in situations where we have to deal with said bullshit, it's important that we at least try. Take a step back, try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives, hopefully do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, maybe there's like a specialty burger type that you're particularly fond of. Maybe it's a mushroom and Swiss, maybe it's a rodeo burger, maybe it's something I've never heard of before. As many burgers as I have had, and I've had a lot. Let's get that out of the way. The fact of the matter is, man, like every year I still try out stuff I've never had before. But if you do have something like that, hey, hit me up in the comments. Let me know. Is it something that you make yourself? Is it, something from a specific place? Is it just something from your childhood? That kind of stuff, because that is genuinely really interesting to me. As somebody who, before I was even doing video reviews, I was doing reviews on burgers just in, typed up format. I'm always interested in burger stuff. Anyway, bye.